demonstration of how to complete the General Scholarship application on ScholarshipUniverse. First, you will need to log into your MyCCSF portal by typing in ramid.ccsf.edu. Enter your username and password. This takes you to the portal. Next, you will select ScholarshipUniverse from the list of options on the bottom right-hand side of the page. This will take you to your main dashboard on ScholarshipUniverse. For demonstration purposes, we have created a sample student and 2 sample scholarships. These are not real scholarships, but we are going to use them for demonstration purposes today. The dashboard will display applications and required actions. As you can see on the dashboard, the sample student has matched to 2 internal scholarships from CCSF, represented by the building with columns. The student has also matched to 109 outside scholarships, represented by the globe. If you apply to outside scholarships, you will be competing with all students throughout the United States. We are going to be focusing on internal scholarships today, specifically the General Scholarship application. Let's begin by clicking on the Scholarships tab on the left side of the page. You should see the 2 sample scholarships we created. General Scholarship Example 1 and General Scholarship Example 2. The main point I want you to know is by completing 1 application, the system will check your eligibility for all 25 General Scholarship applications. When you are ready to begin the application process, click on Apply. This takes you to the Verify Eligibility section. This information is sent from City College to ScholarshipUniverse on your behalf. If you make any enrollment changes, it will take at least 24 hours for that information to be transferred and updated in ScholarshipUniverse. That information is sent nightly to the system. Please check the box to verify all information is correct. Then click on Continue. This 1 application is used for all General Select scholarships. The top of the screen, you should see the list of all the potential scholarships. By default, we select all of them for you. If there are scholarships you do not want to apply for, feel free to uncheck them above. So again, you can use this 1 application to apply for all General and Select scholarships that you meet the requirements for. Some scholarships require additional items to be submitted in addition to the standard application. The list of scholarships you see right here on this page are those scholarships that have additional requirements. If you are applying for any of the scholarships listed above after you complete Section 8, you will see the list of requirements that are necessary to complete those applications. For now, we're going to focus on the basic application. So we're going to start with entering your high school that you attended and graduated from. Next, it's going to ask you, did you graduate? You're going to say yes or no. The next question will be, will you and your siblings be the first generation in your family to graduate from college? Meaning, did your parents go to college and graduate, or are you the first generation to do so? So answer yes or no. If you've attended any other colleges and have earned any degrees, you're going to enter those in the boxes below. It also asks, are you a day or evening or both? Since we are all attending virtually, you may have some classes in the night and the evening, so you can do both day and evening, or choose day and or evening. The next question, what is your career goal? So let the scholarship reviewers know what you intend to do once you finish and earn your degree at City College. We also want to know, when do you expect to finish your studies at CCSF? Of course, this is an estimate. We know that things can change, but for now, just enter when you expect to graduate. And you're also going to enter if you plan to transfer on to a bachelor's degree program. So you can list any colleges that you plan to apply to and transfer to. And when you fill out all of these questions, you can click Continue. All right, next we're going to list organizations, clubs, and extracurricular activities in which you have been active at City College. So I don't know if you know this, but we actually have 40 clubs at City College, and they range from Ram Camp, which is a hiking club, all the way to Mindfulness Meditation Club, and plenty of math and sciences clubs in between. So I encourage you to look at the list on our website, on our homepage, of the potential clubs that you could join and get involved with. We also want you to list any volunteer or community work that you have participated in. If you are not involved in any organizations or clubs and have not done any volunteer experience, then you would just put N/A for not applicable. You do want to enter something in every box. So again, if you haven't participated in any clubs, then just put NA. We also want you to list any awards you've received, such as honors, dean's lists, community awards. You do not want to include any financial aid awards. You can include any scholarships you've received in the past, but we're not going to list financial aid in this section. And when you finish this page, you will click Continue. You're going to be asked about your current job. If you're employed, you're going to put yes or no or not applicable. You will list all work experience you have, including the employer's name, the type of job, the dates employed, the hours per week. Note, to obtain maximum credit, you should describe the importance of your activities and or your employment in your personal statement. So we're going to talk about that personal statement very shortly here, but you can reinforce this information on your personal statement. And when you have this information completed, you will click Continue. All right, so the next page takes us to asking specific information about yourself. What gender do you identify with? There is a drop-down box where you can choose from many different choices there. And then it asks for, are you a U.S. citizen, U.S. national, or permanent resident? So for the U.S. citizen, were you born here in the United States and you have a social security number? A U.S. national is someone who is born in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands, or your parents were born in America's Samoa or the Swans Islands and lived in the U.S. before you were born. A permanent resident could be a resident that is a green card holder who is authorized to live and work in the United States. So you'll enter that information, tell us where you were born, list that in the box, and then it's going to ask about your marital status. There's a list there that you can drop down and select what is applicable to your situation. Also ask, are you a parent or legal guardian of dependent minors and or children? So you'll either answer yes or no. If you answer yes, you will list your children there with their ages. If you do not have children in that box, you'll put N/A. It's also going to ask what ethnicity you identify with. Again, there's a drop-down box to choose from. You will list any verifiable disabilities that you may have. because there are some scholarships that offer scholarship money for students who have a verifiable disability. And the last question on that page, do you contribute to the support of others? You will click either yes or no. If yes, they want to know the relationship of that person to you, and then click continue. All right, we're going to talk about our personal statement. So there is a video, I want everyone to know this, on the scholarship page that I want you to watch before you submit your personal statement. That gives you some really good tips on how to write an excellent personal statement, because the readers that are reviewing the scholarships, they don't know you, so you want to give them a really good picture of who you are. So I encourage you to watch the video that we have created on our scholarship homepage on how to write a personal statement. Now, you have two choices here on how to provide this information. So you can either compose it, which means you're going to type it in the box, or you can upload it from a previous statement that you've already written, and maybe you've gone for help and have had it proofread, and you've tweaked it to how you want it to be. So you have the choice of either typing it, which is by composing it, or uploading it. So we're going to start with how to compose it if you choose that option. So in the file name, you could put personal statement and click the word compose. This will allow a box to open where you can type in your personal statement. I would suggest you probably upload it so that you have plenty of time to proofread it and make sure it's all correct. But we do want to give you that option of being able to type it. Make sure you read it from top to bottom before you submit it. For demonstration purposes, we're going to cancel that so we can show you how to upload your already typed personal statement. So you will select that. I would suggest you save it to your desktop and then click the upload button to search for it. And when you're ready, you're going to upload it. You'll see it there attached on your application. All right, so after you're done with your personal statement, you're going to move on to your unofficial transcript. So that is located on your MyRam account. We have included a link so that you can click directly to that account that will list your unofficial transcript. So if you see at the top where it says, please load your unofficial transcript. Your unofficial transcript can be obtained by logging into your Web4 transcript. And we have click here in parentheses. So if you click right on that Web4 transcript, it will take you to the MyRam portal that hosts your transcript. So under the transcript level, you can leave it all levels. On the type, you're going to use City College of San Francisco. You're going to see that, and you're going to select that and click submit. And your transcript will then appear. All right, and it doesn't need to be official. You don't need to pay any extra money for it. It can be an unofficial transcript. So what you're going to do is you're going to save that as a PDF, and I would suggest you save it to your desktop. If you're a Mac user, you're going to use Command plus P to print the transcript and save it to your desktop. If you're a Windows user, you're going to do Control plus P to save it to your desktop. So make sure you name it and that you save it in a place that it'll be easy for you to find to upload to the system. Of course, I suggest the desktop. All right, so just enter your name there. At the top in the Save As, you could even put transcript. I would say your first and last name and transcript, click Save. And then you're going to go back to the application, click Add. You're going to type your name and the word transcript if you want. Click the Upload button, search for it on your desktop where you saved it. Make sure it's there, so scroll there to make sure the entire transcript is there and click Submit. and you should then see it attached. If it doesn't attach correct, like in this case, the file name must be unique, so they had to make a little change, and they got the transcript to attach. You can see it attached there. Then you're going to click continue. All right, next we go to letters of recommendation. So please submit 2 letters of recommendation. Letters must be from CCSF instructors or counselors who know you and are familiar with your classwork and or your school and community activities. All right, 1 letter must be from one of your professors and or instructors. The second letter can be from a counselor, for the general scholarships, even an outside professional that knows you. I recommend that you reach out to this person prior to sending this email requesting the letter of recommendation. So it's always in your best interest to let the faculty know, ask them, are you available to write a letter of recommendation on my behalf? If so, I will be sending you an email requesting this letter of recommendation. It's a good thing to give them a heads up, and I would also give them plenty of time notice. So when January starts, I would start asking your recommenders if it's okay and if they're willing to write a letter for you. You want to give them plenty of opportunity. It takes quite a bit of time for our faculty and counselors to write these letters of recommendation on your behalf. So make sure you give them a heads up. So when you're ready to request the information, you will request it directly through ScholarshipUniverse. The first thing it's going to ask is the name of the requestee. That's the name of the instructor and or the counselor. Then you're going to enter that person's email address. You have the opportunity to write a personal message to them. I would suggest at this point that if you have written your personal statement, maybe you copy and paste it into the box for them to give them a little bit more insight on you. They may only know you in the classroom setting. So this will give them some more information about you and be able to enhance their ability to write a really good, solid letter of recommendation. Let them know what the deadline is because they don't know. And so you'll enter the deadline of the application so that they have plenty of time to submit that letter on your behalf. All right, so it's recommended that you have at least 2 people write a letter of recommendation on your behalf. You can even copy and paste what they're looking for in the description on this page into that personal message box. So I think that's a really good idea because all of our instructors they don't really know what the scholarship reviewers are going to be grading you on. So copy and paste that language right into this box to give them that information. Again, you can also send them your personal statement and really make it beneficial for you to ask them to write this letter and for them to be able to produce a really good, strong letter on your behalf. All right, so when you're ready, you're going to click submit, and those emails will go out to those requestees on your behalf. They will reply to that, and their letter of recommendation will be uploaded. Okay, you have reached the end of the application process. The next thing you need to do is sign and date the application. You are certifying that the information provided on this application is given freely by you and is accurate to the best of your knowledge. So you're giving permission for the scholarship committee to review your application. Make sure you type in your full name and the date that you're going to be submitting your application. All right, so once you've done that, you can scroll down to the bottom to see if you matched with any of those scholarships that have those additional requirements. So if you've matched, you're going to want to do those additional requirements before you submit your application. So look at the list and see, did you match with any of these scholarships that are listed? There's a list there right at the bottom underneath the date section. And you can go through and click continue at the bottom right-hand corner, and it will tell you what those additional requirements are. So if you want to apply for any of those scholarships because you've matched to them, you're going to want to do those requirements. If not, you can return right back to the application on the left-hand side of the page and review all of your answers to make sure that they're accurate. Check and double check your application. And when you're ready, you can submit. If you are needing to write additional statements, personal statements, or adding additional verification requirements, then you'll want to do that first, and then you'll go back, review, sign, and submit. So I hope that you have found this video beneficial and helpful as you complete the application. Hopefully it'll give you some tips and some reminders on how to successfully complete your general scholarship application. Good luck on receiving a scholarship.